Greetings, people of the internet. It's Scott with CircWorks. It's Friday. You know what that means. Fan Art Friday, where I do my own rendition of a character from popular culture. This week, super excited for a new movie coming out, Mad Max Fury Road. So I decided to do some sketch cards of that. We got Mad Max. That's not Mad Max. That's Mad Max. That's Furiosa. And you can see me drawing them here. We'll speed it up a little bit and hope you enjoy it. Let's check it out. Yep, we're gonna do another rendition of a popular culture theme. This time, doing Mad Max Fury Road, which actually I think just was released today, and I probably won't see. I think I'm gonna see it on Sunday. Um, but so right here, I am actually working on Max himself. This time portrayed by Tom Hardy, who the character's originally played by Mel Gibson, and yeah, so they recast him, and I don't know if that had to do with kind of, Mel Gibson's troubles of late as far as, his opinions on certain things and is kind of being somewhat blacklisted from Hollywood in a lot of ways, or if it just they were probably just looking for maybe a younger, a younger actor to portray the role. So, but from my understanding, it's not a reboot, and it's not like a sequel or a prequel or anything. What I was told was it's I guess George Miller, the director, who coincidentally is the creator of Mad Max, and the one who directed the other Mad Max movies, and which is cool because I think it's gonna, obviously, when you have the same creative people involved. Well, not always. I guess you might not say that about, say, like Star Wars, where Lucas, he kind of went a little off track there for a while. But it is usually typically good to have the same creators who know their creation and everything like that, and to kind of helm this one. But I guess he was saying it's, a character like Mad Max has, many adventures, and this is just one of them. So I don't know if the timeline, or I guess when it takes place, or what's happening is crucial to the other ones, but it's just another adventure starring Mad Max, which, that's kind of the way a lot of like old pulp novels, or even like, I think, for the most part, I think a lot of like James Bond and stuff. I mean, I mean, some of them kind of continue on, but most of them is just a different adventure starring a particular hero. So yeah, everything so far I've seen from the movie, I'm like super excited about. As a kid, I was like huge Mad Max fan, and right now, I have to apologize. As far as you can see, you can only see part of the drawing here. I've got a little below camera, but it won't. Eventually, I'll figure that out because I have to kind of look above to the viewfinder to see where things are. Because sometimes I'll just start drawing and I'll get off screen, but as you may have noticed, or if you've been watching these for a little while, you know that I've been playing around with some different cameras and just trying to get just bump the quality up. I'm really searching for that really kind of crisp quality in the video, especially when you're drawing, and because I do draw typically with the non-photo blue pencils, which tend to be a little light, so they're a little hard to see. So I want that to be crisp if possible. And so this time around, I borrowed a camera from my girlfriend, and that's what I'm using. And I'm really happy with the picture quality of this, at least what I'm viewing now. Sometimes things get compressed a little when they go to YouTube or whatever, but I'm happy with that and everything. But the one drawback is that it's not like the full screen ratio that you would see on a YouTube, like that sort of widescreen format. So you can see there's sort of those letter boxes on the sides, on each side, which, yeah, I mean, it's not like a big deal, but I would like to fill the whole screen. So I'm gonna keep at it and keep trying different different ways of doing this out. So as you can see right now, just inking, finishing up some of the inks on Mad Max. Um, I'm using, and I kind of held it up for a minute there. I should have commented, but I use Deleter Black #5, which is to me like the absolute best ink I've come across. It's a manga ink. It's like it's super. It's very opaque. You know, super dark blacks and everything, but it's also very light. It just seems to brush on almost like water, which some inks are a little heavier and everything. And it seems the whole it seems to sunk into the brush pretty well and stay on there, so you get a little more. Seems like I get more ink on the brush, which keeps the dipping time down. Um, but yeah, so now we're on the coloring stage of Mad Max here, and I'm using Copic markers, however you pronounce them. I guess they're pronounced differently in different regions. I think I say Copic, which I think they were saying like in Australia they call them Copics. And since I don't know, maybe that's apropos since this is Mad Max is sort of an Australian creation. The director, I believe, is Australian. Mel Gibson was, and the original ones were filmed. I believe they were filmed in Australia. Um, the new one, I think they filmed in Africa, but anyway, yeah. So I always say Copic. So anyway, that's what I'm using. Oh, and actually, here I'm using a different marker. I forgot. I kind of mixed it up on this one. I'm using some of my old Pantone Tria markers, which I've got a pretty big collection of them still, and I've still got tons of ink for them. So that's good. I'm trying to get my use out of them. I'm probably going to need to start buying some more ink for the Copic markers too. Um, so now we're probably where are we at? Yeah, filling in the background. I'll just do that, and then I'll go over it. I'll get my little gel pen. Uh, it's a white gel pen. It's a Uniball Sino brand, um, and then I kind of go around it just to kind of pop it out here, and then I'm gonna do I'll do one more for you, and I have been switching over to this speed drawing way of going about the Fan Art Fridays, and I haven't heard any complaints yet. So hopefully people are happy with that. It's a little quicker, I want more videos for people that just don't have the time to watch those long form videos because I do plenty of those too. So just trying something out here. Now we're on to Furiosa, I believe is her name, portrayed by Charlize Theron. And if you didn't know, that's my girlfriend. No, I wish. No, I've always been I had like a huge crush on Charlize Theron. But not so much in this movie because she's like has no hair and she's missing an arm, or like Monster. But every other movie, pretty much, yeah, she looks pretty good in. But then it's one of those things. Then I saw her because I've only seen her like in movies and stuff. I don't really like to watch like talk shows and things like that. I don't really not into celebrities kissing each other's butts and things like that. Uh, but I saw her on some talk show. I don't know what it was, and like her personality kind of turned me off a little bit to her. But yeah, I still like her. But yeah, so she looks like she's got a pretty cool character in this movie. I know a little bit about it, but I guess some of those are sort of semi spoilers. I just read a little article about it, but it seems cool. It seems like she's going to be a really cool character. So I am, yeah, super excited to see this movie. And what I usually do is most movies I typically wait a week just for it to die down. Um, I waited a week for Avengers. I finally did see the Avengers, Age of Ultron, and yeah, I thought it was really good. I don't know if it was, yeah, I don't know if it was better than the original, the first Avengers, but it was definitely on par with that, in my opinion. I just still think Marvel's, got a perfect batting average with their movies for the most part. Um, it's got that perfect blend of, action and humor. When it first started off, I was a little nervous because it did some funky like camera things where they would do the stop motion thing and like everyone was jumping and they were in these perfect poses that just look way too orchestrated and I'm like, uh-oh. but they kind of that was I guess that was kind of just like the opening, little battle there, and it kind of got back to normal after that. But yeah, it was it was kind of a cool effect, but it was just like, oh no, I hope this isn't gonna be like everything in this movie, which it wasn't. So yeah, I was happy with pretty happy with the way Avengers Ultron was, and I liked the villain and everything. It was good. It was really good. So hopefully be the same with this one. I wanted to rewatch the Mad Max movies, but I haven't. I don't have them on DVD or anything, and it's been a while since I've seen. I don't think I've seen Thunderdome probably since it came out, which I don't know if that's probably. I don't know if that. I don't know how that one was. I don't remember. I just remember Road Warrior was the first one I saw. Um, because Mad Max, the first one was kind of an independent, you know, movie and everything, and it wasn't like it was. If I remember correctly, it was kind of before DV or before VHS. So if you didn't catch some of these smaller films, you didn't really, I guess you didn't really get to like see them, So I actually didn't see the original Mad Max until probably maybe might have been like I don't know, maybe like 5 years ago when I finally caught up to it. And in some ways, it's probably my favorite, but I don't know. Road Warrior has a little bit bigger budget and everything. Yeah, it's very, very crazy. Some of the villains and stuff, you get guys running around and like assless chaps and things like that, which like looking back at it, it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't know if they'll go that outlandish with this new one, but anxious to see it. So yeah, usually I I, I mention this though. Um, s- Movies get expensive, especially when you got. I'm not going to take my kids to this one, um, but um, but usually, especially when you take your kids, it can get kind of pricey. So over here, anyway, if you go to like the first showing, it's like it's like $5 or $6 as opposed to like $9 or $10. So it's even less than a matinee if you go to like the first showing in the morning, which isn't that early. It's like around usually around 10 o'clock is when the theaters open. Um, so yeah, back to color here again with the Copics and the Pantone markers. Um, but yeah, so I think early Sunday I'm gonna go, and I asked my girlfriend if she wanted to go see it, and yeah, she wasn't as interested in me in seeing it as me, and she said, you know what, I guess we're gonna go together, but she's gonna go see Pitch Perfect, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna see Mad Max Fury Road, so we'll just kind of split off and I guess meet when it's over. Um, but I don't have. Yeah, I don't have any problems about sitting in the theater by myself. It's like some people have hangups about that, but if I want to see a movie and then there's, no one else really wants to see it, then I'll go see it by myself. I don't care. So should be fun. I am definitely looking forward to it, and I'm gonna title this one. I'm just gonna do these two sketch cards and call this one Mad Max Fury Road Heroes. And so next week I'd like to do some of the villains, and by then I would have seen the film, so I'll have more to talk about and everything, and just generally more to say about the subject. Because like I said, I wish I could have recapped some of these Mad Max movies, but it's still been a while. I just remember really enjoying them as a kid, and then rewatching some of them later on, and um, they're just crazy, stunts, and and that's the one thing they're doing, I guess, with this new one is it's pretty much all real stunts, practical effects, all on location shooting. So it should be really cool. I mean, and I'm happy that there's sort of a resurgence, and you still need CGI for things, obviously, but certain things like I don't know, fire. It always looks fake when they try to do fire and stuff like that with CGI, and when they could just blow stuff up. It seems like like that's the way to go. So I'm glad to see people are going back to with the new Star Wars in this movie, they're going back to the original roots and doing a lot more practical effects in some of these movies. So getting close to wrapping it up. Um, and I don't know, like with the black all over her face and stuff. I don't know if that's like smoke or something, or if it's makeup or what. But I guess I'll see that when I see the movie. She doesn't have that throughout the whole movie, but there's a couple scenes. The one I thought it was interesting. So, um, So that's the version I decided to do. And getting close to wrapping this thing up. So thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these videos, and leave a comment if you want to see me draw any other pop culture character or have any suggestions. And with that, I'm going to leave you and say that is all.